Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, we are back for the latest episode of AI and You, a program that explores and discusses issues on artificial intelligence, or AI, from the perspective of Islam. This program is produced by Batrisyia Afrina, and I'm your host, Shaikh Mohd Saifuddeen by Shaikh Mohd Saleh. In today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, our topic is human-centered high technology. Please welcome Associate Professor Dr. Azizi bin Abdul Aziz, Head of Human-Centered Computing Lab, School of Computing, College of Arts and Sciences, Universiti Utara Malaysia, UUM. Assalamualaikum, Doctor.
Assalamualaikum.
I'm so happy that you're able to join us in the studio for...
Thank you for inviting me as well.
Right. Yeah. So, Doctor, let's go straight to our question on human-centered high technology. Now, some people view AI, artificial intelligence, as a technology capable of having intellectual capability beyond that of a human being once the technology reaches the stage of artificial superintelligence. Now, others, meanwhile, view AI as merely as a tool that can make our lives more efficient, and its intelligence will not surpass that of humans. Now, to start off our discussion, Doctor, what are your views on these two perspectives of AI technology?
Okay. This also one of the controversial questions actually always been asked by other people about that. About ASI, or artificial superintelligence, and so forth. But the first part we need to know, we need to see AI into three categories first. The first one is AI that we have now. They call it AI for weak AI parts, which is like machine learning. So we deal on data and everything. For this particular part, we can merely see AI as a tool, where it is intelligent, actually do not really surpass us. They are specific to solve certain problems, and we need to use a lot of data to train them or to build them to do specific tasks. And the second part is where AI and human, we have sort of equal intelligence. While this particular phase not ready yet here, but we can see some ideas from ChatGPT, where we can ask almost anything and everything from ChatGPT. We can also treat them as our co-workers in a way, sort of. So these are actually equivalent to the machine intelligence and also human intelligence. What else? ASI is something beyond our imagination, which is, it is expected that AI will reach a certain level of so-called consciousness, although this concept is highly debated. So back to the fundamental question here, AI as a tool, when we are using AI to solve our problem. To see this, we need to see at four spectrums actually. The first one, automation, like what happened on the industrial settings. AI will do the fabrication task, those kind of a manufacturing and so forth. The second one, AI as a assistive technology, like we are wearing our smartwatch, our smartphone, so AI will monitor our steps per day and acknowledge us that you have reached certain goals and everything. The third one is what we call it augmenting intelligence, augmented intelligence technology. Again, ChatGPT is a very good example for that. So rather than we have to think 100% from our side, we pass that particular thinking process to ChatGPT to recommend something. And the last one is autonomous. It means that we are living with technology, whereas we are no longer actually interfere with the process. Imagine that we have like Tesla, self-driving car, where Tesla do all the driving thinking process. So by looking at that four spectrums or quadrants, then we can see AI as a tool concept. When people talk about ASI, this is something that scientists still have a debating about this concept. Either that we're going to reach that soon or not, which is, from my perspective, it'll take like probably 100 years to get there. But the way we are seeing AI as a ASI will be different when we reach that particular phase. Because it's purely from here, most of our perception based on movies. Right. Like Japan, they built AI system to help human, like Doraemon, for example. But for the Western bloc, AI kills humanities. Transformers, right? Terminators, yeah. So this particular concept still vague actually.
Right.
So all I can say that at a particular moment, we can see AI as a tool where it can perform some automation. Like say they can assist us in the of technology like our smartwatches or phones, or it could have been our co-workers like companion.
Right.
And these are the tools concept. It's a bigger, not longer like vacuum cleaner, but more to our sidekicks.
Right.
Ah.
Okay. Assistance.
Assistant, yeah.
Right, Doctor. Going back to what you said about the AI as being a tool, I think if you were to design AI systems with a human focus, what then would be the key guiding principles?
Okay, and there is a concept called responsible AI. There are 4 pillars where we need to develop system that can be trusted and so forth. So this particular guiding principle must be embedded to do that. And one of them, there are 2 main concepts should be incorporated as well. They call it human in the loop and society in the loop. Human in the loop means when AI has some issues to actually make certain decision, for example, let's say to diagnose something. So it may have certain confidence or probability of to proceed with the decision, let's say very low. Let's say 50-50 for example. So rather than to have AI to conduct that decision, we need to have human to intercept that. So this is what human in the loop. Rather than to give solely task to AI to do it, we have humans to do that. So let's say a medical practitioner, doctors, AI can do good job to detect, to make prognosis about diseases, but human must be in the end to press the button. Yeah, that the things. Or society in a sense that capable to, let's say, verify the content. A simple example, like when we're using Waze,
Okay.
right? Although this is fast trash for the concept, but let's say when we were driving, when we saw sort of notification saying that is there any roadblocks or something, and then we say yes or no. So us human and also society will give input to that particular technology to say something else, right? It's no longer about AI actually do the rest of the task. But again, some part should be we just replace AI for we use AI for this 3D, dirty, dangerous, and I forgot one term. So this particular part, dull. Sorry, dirty, dangerous, and dull concept must be replaced by AI. Other than that, human must be in the loop. So the key guiding principle must be responsible AI would be.
Okay, Doctor. One of the concerns that people have when it comes to using AI is that people tend to outsource their thinking process to the technology.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, this is what's happening now. Okay, when I'm dealing with a certain group of people, they said, "Where do you get this? I chat GPT everything." It's a buzzword now, right? I was thinking that, okay, how can you really trust their decision? Oh, it looks so good. Well, at a certain level, it might be yes, but from my point of view, when we technically outsource our intelligence to the machines, we need to ask 2 questions. The first one is, does it will improve our decision-making capabilities? The second question is productivity. So if we fit these 2 questions, it's okay, right? It means that it will improve our knowledge and also our productivity doing task. But the thing is the quality of the task. So put it a simple example, when a student technically outsource all assignments to these AI tools, what else they will get? What else they will learn? Right? There are so many people now quite crazy about using AI to produce theses and everything. I mean, I'm not saying no, but the thing is, writing a thesis, conduct a proper research methodologically, detecting errors and here and there, actually train our cognitive ability to think critically. Now you put it on AI, so I think that degree should be awarded to AI in a way. This is the things that I'm not saying do not do that, but we need to have a very clear boundary, or that's delicate things, but we need to see the trade-off between these two. For me, I encourage my colleagues, my peers, my students to use that, but you need to know the level.
Right. I think this is the next question is quite related. How can AI actually enhance rather than replace human capabilities?
These are the concepts where we deal with the augmenting intelligence and also assistive intelligence.
Okay.
Or these two concepts. So the main analogy that we can see before this, we have to walk from point A to point B.
Okay.
And we have animals, and we have a car, but now we have, let's say, high-speed train. So it means that our ability to being mobile from point A to point B getting faster. So from my point of view, put it into that context, I think that it is like it's supposedly to make our progress very fast. The thing is, like when it is too fast, can we control that? Yeah, can we control that? So in a sense that I think we can do something else. AI can solve tedious tasks.
Okay.
Right? Something, let's say, for me, writing a letter, or make an invitation, or writing an email. So that part can be outsourced to AI. What we can focus, something that we are losing now, to put compassionate thing to the service, so we can have more time to interact with humans. These are the things that actually where we can improve the intelligent part of it. So rather than to let it go everything to AI, yes, we have more time to do stuff, but now we can focus something to improve something which is lacking now: compassion, empathy, and those whatnots. These are the things that I'm seeing when we have this particular cross with AI. Then also that we can collaborate with machines as well. Okay. So collaboration with machines mean rather than we can also think AI as a team members, right? Like writing stuff. So we can, let's say, create something wonderful stuff. Like I want to design something. I know I'm not really good in drawing, but I can give my ideas to AI to project or to visualize my thought. So being me, not a good painter, but now with AI, I can project my ideas and they can write as such. So this kind of a form of collaboration that we can think of. Something that we have limitation to do so, but you want to do something. So it can extend our sort of, can we say, intelligence?
Interesting point there.
Yeah, it's like, because intelligence not really about maths and science. It's about, we have multiple intelligent part, right? So we can enhance our creativity, we can enhance our, let's say, skills that we thought we don't have it before.
Right.
Yeah, that's my, I think, my view about that.
Right. Okay, Doctor, moving on. Let's go and talk about ethics. What role does ethics play in developing a human-centered AI, and how does Islam come into the picture?
Oh, there are two questions over there. Ethics means quite general in nature. So, but it's really, actually, that ethics and AI really, I can say, is a quite close parallel, actually. They're in tandem. For example, let's say when we did ideas about, for example, system should be biased. So AI talk about justice as well. So this concept really match to each other. Justice means when we deal about data. Like we heard some stories about when Amazon.com has to decommission their hiring system due to discrimination toward women software engineers. So from that particular point of view, we need to make sure that our data should be comprehensive. But when it comes to Amazon just now, the system do not really capture about gender. But the thing is, the data being provided, it has things that we never think of, like convent girls' school.
Okay.
So this particular words actually triggers AI not to select certain students. Certain what we call it the candidate, not gender per se, not religion per se, but some affiliation in direct way to represent certain group. So by using ethics and everything, like say justice and so forth, we know already AI need to be controlled not to do this. This is more to the data gathering. The second part is AI need to be transparent. The current AI that we have, although there's some technologies can do that, most of the technology quite black box. It means that it's like they're doing something magic, whatever it is, and it recommends something.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on. Like say when our kids say, "Oh, that's the answer." Say, "How you get there?" I don't know. Right, something like that. So AI need to explain how it gets there. Although there are some AI concept called explained by AI or XAI to do so, but most of the AI techniques that we are having now pretty black box. And another one is about the concept called sovereignty of the data. Right, means that the data must be kept as a closure. Not people can access that because data represent us as a human or society. Like let's say we upload everything to cloud, for example. How about the safety of the data? It's not really related to AI per se, but AI also can misuse that particular part. So designers, engineers need to put that into context. So back to the Islamic point of view, like amanah, right, must be there. When the designer develop an AI system, they have to be like having that particular concept, and also that they need to have a good niyat for that. Must be there, and also that we also need to make sure that AI will not cause harm, because we can imagine we as a Khalifa, it means that AI must probably that provide solution for sustainability, right, to combat climate change, for example, and or disparities of economy, rather than to do something sort of nasty. These are the concept really in tandem with ethics and also AI, per se.
I think that has been the underlying theme of this program since we started, where we see that actually when it comes to ethics, what Islam says is actually very much in line with
I agree.
what is practiced. Doctor, you mentioned earlier about data. One of the problems that we have when we use applications like ChatGPT is the tendency for AI to hallucinate.
Okay.
So what are your comments on this?
Okay, it's quite a sexy word actually, hallucination. So the whole idea about the reason AI technically hallucinate is not like the way we hallucinated. Oh, the hallucination happens. They're not taking any what we call the digital drugs. No. What happened is AI to try to reconcile, try to reason for something that they do not have. So that's why the result quite gibberish, quite, I can say rubbish. But for that particular time point, but given in the future for a few months, AI will relearn that, and they pointed out that that's not actually the things that I should say, and they improve that particular solution. So I believe one day that particular AI hallucination won't be there anymore, because it's like AI growing from the beginning of a ChatGPT 1. If you put it into the animal scale, the size is like amoeba. Yeah.
Okay.
2 becoming like cats. 3 becoming like dolphins. 4 becoming like orca, okay, or killer whale. 5, 6 might be like blue whales or dinosaur, whatever it is. So the size quite exponential in a way. So the term that we might be applicable few months back might be next year no longer there. Yeah.
Okay. Doctor, could you provide some examples of successful human-centered AI applications, since we're talking about human-centered high technology?
Okay. Actually, there are quite a few technologies that actually around us these days, like as simple as for the elderly, right? The elderly, like how AI actually that can provide sort of sense of companion, at the same time surveillance, at the same time also technical advisor, whatever it is. These are actually the human centered AI application, and also that system for the to make sure that we are following certain regime to maintain our healthy lifestyle. Those are actually that human-centric AI point of view. And also the social networks, how you can filter what we call the rogue information, and also that to protect our house and everything. Those are technically a human-centric AI. And another part that how AI solution could be used to, let's say, we are strangers at certain places, and how AI can learn the patterns of behavior that may link us and make us talk to each other. Right. This is also the kind of a human-centric AI technology. It actually it hides somewhere, right? But actually the concept is still the same. But they put human as a what we call the prime target. Not really target. That is very dangerous word. As a prime, what we call it, scope when it comes to how they interact, how they make decision, and also how they actually try to provide something.
Like primary focus, I suppose.
Focus to human.
Right.
Yeah. So it means that the interaction must be understood by humans, right? And must be subtle, and also must be responsible, right? Like they have to introduce themselves as an AI technology, not try to camouflage as someone at the back.
What about in the area of education? Are there any examples of
Okay. For the area of education, we can see it as a personalized learning.
Okay.
It's one of the approach that where, because I believe individual, we have different learning paces, right? Like somebody probably they have a high pace of understanding concept, so it's okay for that. But some student may have some difficulties to understand certain topics. So by having said that, AI can monitor the progress. AI can realign or reassign ways to explain stuff. Probably that student with visual thinking, AI will show different way of doing so. Like mathematics, we taught mathematics like purely logic, but apparently mathematics is a pattern recognition and actually visual process. So some students may have issues to understand logic. We can use different ways to show, let's say, calculus, algebra, by manipulating graphics and so forth.
That's interesting. I think there's a lot of potential if AI were to be used in education. Because I've read somewhere that even autistic children can actually benefit from AI.
Yes, indeed. Especially for the special needs educations. Because with humans, like autistic kids, they cannot maintain eye contact. They find it eye contact is quite threatening to them, but they can communicate with robots.
Okay.
Yeah, they can touch machines. They even can hug robots, but not humans, because robot machines like that produces not really major noise. Like human, we had heartbeat. For them, our heartbeat might be too intense for them.
Okay.
Right, or maybe that our skin temperature and so forth. So robot don't have that. So it means that special needs students or kids, they can have a conversation with machines in order to understand certain emotion.
Right.
Yep.
So now the one of the concerns that we have when we talk about AI deployment is inclusivity.
Oh yeah.
When we talk about AI, definitely we are talking about a lot of infrastructure.
Yep.
But some are concerned about those in rural areas, whether or not they can actually access this technology. So as an educator and as someone who is involved with AI, how do you see the way that we can actually resolve this?
Yeah, it's a very good question actually. Years back, we have this particular we coined a term called digital divide. Right. It's about that particular community group of people have access or not have any access to the internet. But now we have a term called AI divide. Right. AI divide is something like that. So what we are trying to do, the best way is through schools, right? Through schools, because we can't reach community like massive ones because of those particular issues. In order to deploy AI solution, you need to have infrastructure ready. Okay, infrastructure ready. But the thing is, the beautiful part of it, because like our smartphones, we can deploy that solution over there.
Okay.
Right. Before this, we need to have, like, say, computers to do so. Yeah, computer quite expensive, but tablets and also smartphone pretty much cheaper. And also that we can, rather than to provide like internet solution, whatever it is, we can embed certain application where certain community can use that. like what happens in the Africa. Right? I still remember that I joined one of the project called ICT for Africa. So for this particular project, they did not use not really smartphone, but simple, like formerly typical phone, like, can I say the brand, like Nokia 3310, as simple as that, to deploy solution for economic activities. Right? We can't use like iPhone for, let's say, those people in very rural area, but we can use something that use simple application or energy for that particular AI application. But to go for outreach program, we need to technically make use the agencies actually to educate what we call people in terms of how to use AI, especially if they have one, and also that how to embrace the incoming impact of AI. And also inclusivity also could be tailored in terms of neurodivergent group, different divergent group, and also people with difficulties in their physical abilities. Right? This is where AI actually can really help. Yeah, really help. So we can application everything to bridge this gap or to narrow down the differences, the things.
Okay, Doctor, we're coming towards the end of our program. Any concluding remarks with regards to our topic, human-centered high technology?
Okay. I can say that, yes, there are people saying that, nah, it's okay, AI will not change much, the things. But as a researcher who's been working with this by more than 20 years, I can say that the impact of AI is really big now, right? It's not just a buzzword, right? It's not just a household name, not just because our Prime Minister said so. It is because the movement, whatever it is, application, is like around us these days.
Right.
So for me, human-centric AI provide a safe haven to actually protect us from possible consequences of having bad AI. I can say bad AI around us to make decision that probably that we think it is good, but actually not good for us. So this is the hallmark of what is human-centric AI is all about. Yeah, to build AI system that can protect us, coexist with us, and also that becoming, let's say, our sidekicks to solve problems. Yep.
I think I remember one of our previous guests actually said that perhaps in this instant AI should be called IA.
Yeah.
Intelligent assistant.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with that. Couldn't agree more with that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Azizi, for your valuable insights on the topic human-centered high technology. This has indeed been a very fruitful sharing.
Yep.
This is a very important topic that we should give attention to, especially now that AI, as Dr. Azizi has said, is part and parcel of our lives, whether we realize it or not. I believe that mankind will have a brighter future with AI if the technology is human-centered. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for this week's edition of AI and You. Before we end, I would like to again record my sincerest appreciation to Associate Professor Dr. Azizi bin Abdul Aziz from UUM for his sharing in this week's AI and You. For the last 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to AI and You. I'm Shaikh Mohd Saifuddeen bin Shaikh Muhammad Saleh, signing off until next week. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.